As Herpa announced earlier this year, there will be a strong focus on the airline LOT Polish Airlines, and one of the many releases to come is this 737 MAX 8. And thanks to the great prices of the FMB shop, we can take a look at this model to see if it is worth our money and time. So with that, hello and welcome to a new episode of Review, where we today will take a closer look at a Boeing 737 MAX 8 of LOT Polish Airlines. And the airline is clearly not willing to make do with Herpa's terrible standard box design. So we have here a rendition of the aircraft in real life, and above that the LOT Polish Airlines branding. The backside of the box, nothing spectacular, but still way better than the standard box design. So again, here we have the LOT Polish Airlines branding, and of course a little bit information about the aircraft model itself. So overall, really refreshing to once again have a non-standard box design from Herpa Wings. And here she is, the Boeing 737 MAX 8 in the Proud of Poland's Independence livery of LOT Polish Airlines. Now, as mentioned, LOT Polish Airlines will be featured quite heavily from Herpa Wings in the coming months, perhaps years, as they have made an extensive deal with the airline to cover pretty much all of the aircraft that has been in service with the airline. But today we are focusing on this 737 MAX, which is of course the first 737 MAX aircraft model in a LOT Polish Airlines livery in scale 500. So with no further ado, let us take a closer look at the aircraft model itself, starting off with the tail section, where we on the vertical stabilizer have the LOT Polish Airlines branding. Incorporated in the tail design, we then also have the Polish flag. On the fuselage, we then have the full registration code of the aircraft, the IATA logo, the aircraft type specification, and then of course the Proud of Poland's Independence, branding, I would guess we could call it. We also have that on the other side where it is written in Polish. Towards the very tail of the aircraft, we then also have a bit of detailing around the APU exhaust, and on top of the fuselage, we then find the addition of a set dome, which is somewhat oversized, but at least I guess we can say that they have added it. And if we then follow the Proud of Poland Independence design, which is basically the Polish flag, all the way to the front of the aircraft, here we then find the, depiction of Poland itself. We also have the LOT Polish Airlines branding and a Star Alliance logo, of which the airline is a full member. We also find some static ports. We have underneath the cockpit windows the last two letters of the registration code. Underneath that we then find yet another logo, which I'm pretty sure is connected to the topic of Poland's independence, but I couldn't quite verify what it is, and it also appears like the logo might not be on the aircraft in real life anymore. But if you know more about this, then feel free to share your knowledge with me and the community in the comment section below. Other than that, the cockpit section of course has the cockpit windows with the window wipers printed on, and the overall really lovely shape of the cockpit section from Herpa Wings 737 mold. Then the engine nacelles have been kept in all white, just as most of the fuselage, but does carry the LOT Polish Airlines branding as well as some safety markings, and of course also the silver leading edge has been printed on. Then the physical detailing of these engines is also quite lovely, with the chevron nozzles, and also here from the front very nice you can see the engine fan blades. Then on the fuselage, just above the wings, we have the emergency exits printed on, which leads us straight to the wings, which we should also take a closer look at, starting off with the top side, where we can see the different flap slats and spoilers carved out, although that could have been a little bit more pronounced, but we do have the markings for the emergency exits printed on. The underside of the wings offers more nice physical detailing, and also the full registration code of the aircraft once again. Then of course we, with the 737 MAX, also have these winglets, where we once again find the LOT Polish Airlines branding printed on. That leads us to the landing gear, which overall I think looks pretty alright, although it does still suffer from the issue with Herpa Wings that it just is too tall. But other than that, as I say, it actually looks pretty nice. Of course, we are still missing some printed details, but that is standard with Herpa Wings, unfortunately. On the belly of the aircraft, we then have, partially the LOT Polish Airlines branding, because that has unfortunately been destroyed with a hole in the fuselage for a stand, which is not included with this aircraft model, making it rather pointless. And then last but not least, we do also have the doors to the cargo compartments printed on here at the back of the aircraft, and also here at the front of the aircraft. So there we have it, the Boeing 737 MAX 8 in the Proud of Poland's Independence livery from LOT Polish Airlines in scale 1 to 500 by Herpa Wings. And what can we say about this aircraft model? Now, in the past, Herpa has mentioned that they want to adjust the height of their 737 MAX aircraft models because even though they technically are in the correct height, they just looked too tall in scale 500, so that needs a little bit of adjusting. They haven't quite managed to do this with this aircraft model, or basically the model has come too early for these adjustments to take place. But apart from that, I think this is a lovely model. I mean, the 737 mold itself from Herpa Wings is really good. This looks really great. And I mean, it's a nice livery. Would I personally have preferred to have a LOT Polish Airlines 737 MAX 8 in the standard livery first? Yes, absolutely, but Herpa tends to always do these special liveries first, and then perhaps, if we are lucky, then also to make a standard livery at some point down the road. But me wanting to have a standard livery before a special livery aircraft model is just not the fault of this aircraft model, and as I say, it is actually quite lovely, despite some minor weaknesses with the height, the sat dome that is slightly oversized, and in my opinion, the winglets are also still a bit too bulky, but other than that, it is actually a really lovely aircraft model, which is why I would say yes, it is absolutely worth having in one's collection. And with that, we have reached the end of today's episode. If you have enjoyed this video, then don't forget to leave a like, and of course, if you are new around here, you're always welcome to hit subscribe. With that, thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you soon again. I'm checking out, and bye.